Good morning, folks. Welcome back to the farm. It's a beauty of a day here today. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's fall. Look at them colors. Just gorgeous. It's getting to that time of year where it's getting a little cooler here in the mornings. You guys needing to get some gloves on just to do some simple things so you don't freeze your fingernails off. And by the end of the day, you don't really need a pair of gloves. So I have this bad habit of, starting the day off with a pair of gloves. Somewhere around lunchtime, setting those pair of gloves down. Not using them all afternoon, not bringing them inside in the evening. Then I come out in the morning. Where the hell did I leave my gloves? No idea. So back to the glove bucket. Brand new pair of gloves to start a brand new day. Anyways, today's a big day today because a man from Towfield is coming and he was going to meet me in Hythe. So we're going to send our market lambs down the road. But he's got to drive right down the Emerson Trail right past our place. So I was able to sweet talk him into coming right here. And we're gonna back him right in the barn door right there. And run those sheep right up into the trailer. And that's gonna be a load off of our mind. Remains to be seen if it'll be a load in our pockets or not, but we'll see what the prices do. Hopefully things are good. Anyways, I just had him in here in the pen overnight. I gotta do a little bit of a reconfiguration. Make it a little bit tighter for them. Make it a little bit more streamlined so they can get out the door without anybody getting out the door, so to speak. I want to be out the door and in the trailer. But with what we currently have, it could be chaos here. Not just gloves I'm taking off. You can see I got my bingo jacket on here today that I got from Bloom. My buddy Robin over at Millionaire Farmer. I was in here sorting sheep out yesterday, figuring out who was on the keep list, who was on the meat pie list. And within about 30 seconds of that show, I was overheating, so I shoved my coat in over against the wall, just tucked it down in there out of the way, and then it never made it back to the house either. So chores with the bingo jacket for now, and then I'll do a switcheroo here later. Right, so I got everybody tightened up in the pen, and I made my little alleyway here. So this should work fantastic, actually. Only thing I gotta do is I gotta compare notes with what we tagged yesterday. See, everybody's got their yellow tags in. That's their CCAI, I can't remember, whatever it is. Something. Anyways, there's every piece of livestock or every facet of the farming industry has a mafia involved, right? There's the poultry side, there's the dairy side, there's the egg side, there's the beef side, and I mean the sheep is no exception to that. So the Canadian Wool Growers Group, they you can only buy these special tags from them. They got to come out of Lethbridge. And to me, they don't look any different than the tags I can get from UFA or from Foster's and Beaver Lodge that you put in a cow's ear. I can't really tell the difference at all to them. But I have to buy those tags from Lethbridge, which is just ludicrous to me. But anyway, it's just another, each one of those tags is $5. Right? And then you got to pay shipping on top of that. So it's just another way that they get you, right? So by the time you pay for the tags, and then you pay for shipping, and then you pay the man from Towfield to come and get them, there actually isn't a lot left in your pocket after you feed all these buggers all summer. These ones are early. They're going to go down the road early. Lots of them lambs, they're probably going to have to get fed out for a few more weeks. But I'm at that point where I got no grass left, so if I'm going to try and get them any bigger, I am basically paying to put weight on them. You know, I'm paying for feed in order to get a paycheck back from the auction mart. So if I'm buying every pound, I'd be better to just send them down the road just the way they are right now. But I got to fill out a manifest here. This is actually a brand new manifest book. So last couple times the truck drivers actually filled out the manifest for me. But last year I tried to run an e-manifest. So through livestock identification services, they have an e-manifest available. And when I mentioned that to the trucking company, they looked at me like I had three heads. And then when I mentioned that to the custom butcher shop, when I hauled sheep to the butcher shop, they said, no, I don't even know what that is. So just here's a paper one. You just fill out the paper one. So I tried to get on board with technology and not have to use the paper copy. But everybody up here is like, I don't know nothing about that. So then when I got this book, I went and actually talked to the brand inspector and said, hey, like, what is the deal with these e-manifests? And he's like, well, I'll come back 10 years from now and maybe they'll have caught up. But for now, pen and paper works every time. It's like cash, right? It's, you know, paper is king, essentially. Anyways, when you're filling out these manifests, there's a lot of information you need on here. Specifically, how many, what kind, what gender they are. Which I don't know if we're allowed to assume that in 2024, but nevertheless, I got to write something down. So the importance of record keeping, super important. So while we were sorting here yesterday, I had my wife write everything down, and I can't figure it out for the life of me. So I'm gonna have to run up to the house and see just what she had going here. Well, we're an hour into the day. I've already lost my gloves, but I did find another pair of old ones, so that's a win. Anyways, gonna unload some stuff out of old Blueberry there. Take one generator out, put the little generator back in, and then I'm gonna run down because we hauled the cows away and the sheep are leaving to go somewhere else. So I got 2 big water troughs down there in the field that don't have drain plugs. So I'm gonna take the submersible pump and then just go pump that out into the field. Water's already shut off up here, up the hill. So then later today I'll have to drain that poly line that ran all the way down there to make sure that nothing freezes and cracks over the winter, because that was close to $1,000 worth of line. I sure don't want to be I don't want to be just abandoning it to the winter. All right, so I'm down here with the big water trough. As you can see, I obviously don't want to leave that thing full of water throughout the winter. And with the cows gone, I better get it drained. So I brought the generator and the pump down here. It's just a little submersible pump that goes in there. It doesn't have a float or nothing on it. It's just you turn it on and it'll just pump until the generator runs out of gas. Now, one thing I learned up when because I use that same pump to drain the swimming pool up at the house, is that, I mean, it's physics, right? I shouldn't say I learned this, but I just realized this, that if the low end of the hose is lower than the low end of the water trough, all I got to do is kick that generator on for a second, get water flowing, and away it goes. It's just gonna run, trickle through and get out into the field, and just a siphon effect. Now I could probably just stick the hose in and suck on it, but I don't really want to expand my microbiome to a bunch of cow slobber and snot and whatever else could be in that trough. I don't want to get the beaver fever, so just gonna quickly dump the pump in, get the generator fired up, get some water moving, and then I'm just gonna unplug it and make sure it keeps flowing, and then we'll be all triple happy teddy bears. All right, so the water's flowing good there. I'm gonna go ahead, unplug the generator, make sure this is at a lower spot than that, and it keeps flowing and keeps siphoning. And then I won't have to buy gas. I won't have to be concerned about my carbon emissions. And I don't gotta sit here. I can just go back up, drink a cup of tea, get my lambs on a truck. This process can manage itself. All right, so the generator is off. You can see, I mean, of course it's not coming out as quickly as it would if the pump was running, but it's still a pretty good flow for a garden hose, just a natural siphon effect. So I'm gonna leave the laws of nature to do what the laws of nature do and go up and carry on with the rest of my day.
Sheep man.
With the sheep man?
Yeah.
Yeah? Kitty?
Huh?
What's your kitty's name?
Black.
Black?
Yeah.
Is that Whiskers?
Yeah.
Or is it Meow Meow?
Meow meow.
Meow Meow.
Wiggles.
Whiskers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go. Sheep go.
We're going, yeah.
Say bye, sheep.